All right. Hi, this is Hoon. I'm here to talk about my experience and opinion about this whole situation. I've noticed that me and Zane, especially, getting a lot of heat and blame about what's going on, and then I just want to say that if I knew this would have been the result, definitely I wouldn't have taken the deal in the first place. And then it was right after NACT that I was introduced with the sponsorship, which was around in May back in Oklahoma. I heard that there's gonna be a sponsorship deal with HOK, and then I said okay, because well, that's how it usually goes with any sponsorship deal with the agent. When we were actually in the PH, we were gonna go with the sponsorship deal that we planned on a month ago. Then when this was on public, Munton notified us that we're gonna be banned if we proceed with the campaign. And then when we, me and Zane especially, when we heard about the news, the initial thought was to back out of the sponsorship deal. Obviously, we talked with the team as well, and then we talked with the agent. We asked Dave, can we back out on the deal and then play the EWC? But obviously the contract's been already signed apparently, and then we cannot back out on the deal because they'll be breaching the contract, and then breaching the contract is far more severe than what Munton has been threatening us with. So we had to proceed with the stream, and then that was the only reasonable or valid move that we could take, and the team knows that as well. So at that point it was too late, and then we were just hoping on that Munton wouldn't go this far to just basically ruin our career. But they did, and I feel super bad that I could not compete, and then I feel like taking the chances away from my teammates as well. So I'm probably just gonna just split the sponsorship money with the team equally. I'm pretty sure Zane would too, because we've talked about it together. So that's what we're gonna do. And yeah, there's no real winner in this situation. That's why I really don't understand the whole thing about this, because M7 is NACT was basically cancelled, and then this was like, we've known this since months ago that this MSC NACT is gonna be the last NACT, and then we were paid in diamonds for the tournaments that we flew to Oklahoma together for better ping to play. But I'm just speechless about how this turned out to be this way. But it's truly unfortunate. I just feel very sorry for everyone that expected us to do well, supported us. I'm sorry it happened this way.
Kung ang bayad is diamonds lang at may nag-offer at mukha naman pwede naman sa kontrata, kasi kung hindi pwede sa kanila, then it would be specific, respectful din naman sila in that way na hindi nila gagawin yan within the contract. But still, they have to work because diamonds will not put food on their table, right? It's just they do it anyway because they love the game. There are a lot of people that love the game. Kahit maglaro man sila ng HOK, hindi naman ibig sabihin doon, hindi nila love yung game.
What's up, boys? We're back. Mostly we're talking about AWC and the bans and whatnot, you know. Nothing really much to really say other than us getting DQ'd. But I will say that it does feel like working hard for this, right? We worked for like, what, 3-4 months? Came all the way for NACT. Then we came all the way to the Philippines for this. Just to find out we're getting DQ'd. Sent back home immediately too, right? It's kind of but at the end of the day, we don't really have any say in anything. They made their decision, whatnot. So that's where we're at. Getting sent home doesn't feel too good, but I mean, at the end of the day, again, nothing much we could do. You know, I will say, as somebody who wanted to, you know, really prove that NA wasn't weak, I really, like, For me, this meta was so good for me. I really liked it a lot. I enjoyed it, right? The scrims here were going really good. Everything about the events that unfolded were truly unfortunate, to be completely honest with you guys. I did not expect this to happen, like, at all. But it did, and it kind of hits hard. It is what it is, though. Nothing really much to say. I'm really tired. I'm flying back soon. As I'm making this video, I'm flying back in like, I don't know, like 3 hours, 4 hours. So hope you guys, I appreciate you guys, everybody that's, with BTK/S8UL. I love y'all. Hope you guys support me and the team and what we do. Onwards. Thank you guys. Bye bye.
Now, I've seen a lot of people that have sided with Moonton on this. Definitely not a majority. The vast majority has been not supporting Moonton, but there are still a minority that are. And for various reasons I'm going to discuss about. I already mentioned the one earlier, how the interpretation of the rule could be loosely interpreted, but the transparency of that is still questionable. Aside from that reason that I've already covered before, the biggest argument I've seen is that why would you advertise a competitor even outside of the rule timeframe before an upcoming tournament? And that no other professional industry would do this. LeBron James would not advertise Adidas whilst partnered with Nike during offseason. But this logic is just kind of flawed. Moonton does not reward us with any money for our NACT even, or outside of it as influencers. Mobile Legends in NA is a pure passion project, not a financially suitable one. There is quite literally a handful of people, less than 5, that make a livable amount of money in the US from Mobile Legends. The money they make isn't even from Moonton. It is from their own work growing themselves with little to no monetary help from Moonton. And outside of that handful, which is 5 or less people, nobody makes a livable amount of money. It's a full-time Mlbb in the US. I'm 100% serious. It is 5 or less people that make money. The average MPL salaries for Indo PH are actually good salaries for the average Indo PH. The biggest MPL regions, by the way, they don't have to be worried, at least in the short term, in terms of salaries. NA players have to take whatever they can get to sustain themselves. We don't have the leisure to pick and choose our sponsors. Our region was already done with no M7, and I fully believe that Moonton did not care about banning us at all. Since we already have no M7, they might as well just f us over with no consequences to themselves. Even Dave was actively looking for investors and sponsors for a community tournament in NA to continue the scene one way or another, even getting up to a potential 50 grand prize pool for an M7 qualifier tournament. He almost got sponsors to make a biggest prize pool ever for an NACT tournament to qualify, more than Moonton's ever had on his own. But Moonton would not budge regardless, saying that third-party tournaments would not actually qualify to an official Moonton event. Moonton is using us as an example for every other staff or player that work in relation to Moonton in any way, shape, or form. They're basically saying that if you go against them in any way, they will punish you severely, whether it is justified or not. No wonder several notable organizations, notable figures, have left Moonton to pursue other endeavors or competitors. And you will notice key figures will continue to leave. And when you see them leave, you will think about this video and you will know why. I was even told by Moonton employees that this bullying nature of Moonton is even a constant in their workplace. The higher positions relentlessly bully the ones below them. This has overall been a terrible experience, a waste of time, and a life-changing, cruel result of pure hard work and efforts. I hope you continue to support everyone involved: Zane, Hoon, me, Zia, Carlos, Shark, SAUL, Tencent, and HOK wholeheartedly. We tried to resolve this peacefully, and all Moonton did was shake their asses in our face and not even give us one last chance to change the perspective of NA. So with a sad farewell, goodbye.